for fastest and cheapest Madden 20 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, EasyMut.com. Use code VENM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Fire here, back in the video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my full gun ace slot mini scheme. Now, a lot of the concepts out of the gun ace slot are similar to gun ace slot offset, so these formations basically go hand in hand. I personally prefer the ace slot. I feel like there's a couple of other plays like smash, X spot, that you also have this RPO, PA read. There's a ton of great plays out of the formation. Now, this gun ace slot is only going to be in the Carolina Panthers playbook. That is the only playbook that it is in. Unfortunate, but Panthers playbook is good. You have heavy Panther, a lot of great formations out of the playbook. Now, I went ahead, set my audibles. I have post, inside zone, smash, and X spot. The best play is going to be this post play. I'm just going to go ahead and start out with that and show you guys the one play touchdown out of it. The one play touchdown is going to be cover 3. Just got to turn off auto flip real quick. But again, for this one play touchdown, you want your fastest player on the outside. So I just went ahead, threw Deshaun Jackson right there. You're going to want to be on the left hash. Vice versa if you're running it flipped, but since I have right-handed quarterback, I prefer to do it there. Now, you just run the play stock in all honesty, but what I like to do is simply just block my running back, double team his outside guy. You could also slide to the right. Just go ahead and snap that ball. It's going to allow you to easily roll out of the pocket with Wentz there, pass lead all the way to the right, and you guys see Djax just running right past the safety. Something about this corner route that Zach Ertz is on the right side, it's going to be super glitchy, and if you guys are wondering why I'm using the Eagles, it's just because they have two great tight ends. You have Goddard and Ertz. For this scheme, you're going to want two good tight ends, two players that can catch the ball and have some speed, and Ertz and Goddard are those for these Eagles. So, again, you see this deep post. Unfortunately, it is a little bit slow developing. You're going to need a little bit of time in the pocket. You can throw this from the pocket if you have enough time. So you guys see I'm sort of standing in the pocket. I still pass it to the right, and we even have more separation there than we did before. But I would recommend rolling out. I feel like it's easier to complete it. You could obviously throw it on the run if you have dashing deadeye and all of that. But as you guys saw right there, it is able to be complete from the pocket. Now, if he's sending 7, he's sending 6, you don't feel comfortable with this long developing route, what I recommend doing is just put Y on like a delay fade or something. The only two routes you need for the coverage beater are going to be A and X. So if I wanted to get even more glitchy, I could motion Jeffrey over and have sort of this makeshift type post route that I could easily hit. Maybe if he uses that deep post, I could just go ahead, hit Jeffrey on the other side. But this deep post to Deshaun Jackson, absolutely money against cover 3. Darius Slay gets pulled down. I'm going to show you guys the replay, and then we'll hop into some other setups. Watch Darius Slay. He's just going to be guarding the corner out. Even though the corner out is pretty shallow, he's going to come down, bite on it completely, and he doesn't even go back until I release the ball. You guys see the ball is already released. That's when he turns his hips and runs all the way back. There's no chance for him to get back there. Almost 10 yards separation, maybe even a little bit more. And yeah, you guys pretty much get that. So I'm going to respot the ball here. I'm actually going to go ahead, change the play call because I don't want to go against the cover 3 every play. But I'll just start out with the cover 3 post setup. Now, post, this corner out with Jeffrey is going to be key. You can just go ahead, snap the ball against a lot of coverages, and just pass lead right or left. And it'll get open against a lot of coverages. Cover 2, I'm pretty sure it gets open against that. We'll check later though. So cover 2, I just double teamed the wrong player, but you have the high-low read obviously with the post to flat route. A lot of times people are going to have to use that, or you can just dump it down to Jordan Howard here and you'll pick up a lot of yards. That angle route is going to be super difficult to defend even if you do have players in the middle of the field like you see the 2 hook curls. You can still dump it down, pick up 5 yards, and have a chance to pick up a lot more. Now, if they do use the angle route, then you're easily going to have this corner route open against a lot of coverages. If you have slot apprentice, I would recommend putting that player on a corner route just so it's a little bit faster, because if you can tell, it is kind of slow. He is getting bumped. It's not super slow like the one that we'll see in Smash, but it's definitely not as fast, and I have struggled to get it open against man coverage a little bit. But that's not to say that it can't beat man coverage if you have a fast off receiver, if you have route technician. some of those abilities, but the one in X spot here is going to be a lot better for those types of plays. So just again here, let's say that is covered, I can still dumb down to Goddard. You guys see I picked up 5 yards. And the last setup I'm going to show you is just going to be the motion crossing route type setup. What I like to do is just motion Jeffrey over. I'm going to try to roll out here. Now you guys see we have this angle route and post route sort of going in the same spot, so I'm typically going to block my running back here. If I really wanted to use him, I could put him on like maybe a streak route, but I like to block 6 in my setups anyway, so that's not an issue for me. Just wait for him to come across, passing to the left, and you guys see Jeffrey's going to act as a crosser. That time I actually let him set. Usually what I like to do is just motion snap him, so I'm just going to motion him over, hike right about there. Makes the route a little bit shorter developed, and you know he's still going to get open. It is a little bit closer. If you want to get as the best way that you can do this, it's going to be very complicated, but you're just going to motion Djax over, then you're going to put him on a hitch route, and then you're going to motion him all the way back over to the left, and then you have to go ahead, wait for him to get all the way back to the left, click on Jeffrey, motion him all the way over to the right, and then you are basically good to go. Snap the ball. Probably shouldn't have, I still have that angle route right there, but you guys see pass lead inside. I could have even low balled, but if you really want to pull down a curl flat or a clap flat, that's the way to do it. Let's get into some other coverages. I want to go with cover 2, cover 3, cover 2. So let's just hop in. Actually, let's just come out in some, I'll just come out in cover 2. So again, cover 2 with this post, the corner out. A lot of times it's bagged, so you can just dump down to Goddard. You guys see I picked up 8 yards. Again, you could run those other setups with cover 3. I'm not going to show them again. It's already a little bit longer than I would have liked, but next pass play, smash. This is probably one of my favorite and most underrated passes that you can't really see out of a slot offset. That's the difference. Now the setup I like to go to is first you're going to smart out B. He's just going to get a little bit deeper. The deeper the corner, the better. I'm also going to put X on a streak. He's going to be our clear out. I put Y on a delay fade just in case nothing's open. You're going to try to roll out to the left here, and then you can always just release him, hit him. And then what I like to do is just put RB on a streak. Now I have 2 sort of places I could throw the ball here. If my running back is bagged, I could just hit the corner out. If the corner out's bagged, I could hit the running back. Now that was my fault because I didn't motion Jeffrey in. You're going to want to motion Jeffrey in to get him a little bit more separation. So I'm putting X on a streak, Y on delay fade, RB on a streak. I'm going to motion Jeffrey in. Now this play is also going to do really good against cover 3. I should have showed that. Somehow we get shedded. But again, it is going to be a pretty long developing route. As I said earlier, we'll see if we can go ahead and get that here. Again, just smart out B, streak X, delay fade Y, and just put your running back on a streak as well. Roll out here, you guys see Jeffrey is wide open, a lot of separation, and the motioning of when you motion him inside, it does make a pretty big difference, as you guys saw right there. Again, X on a streak, B on a smart route, Y on a delay fade, RB on a streak. A lot of times people are going to use that, and you can just go ahead, hit your running back right there. Actually did hit him, so he did split the cover 2. It's a risky throw. We're throwing something like that over the middle, but you can't hit him. Usually when I like to throw that, it works way better against cover 3 because you don't have those vertical hooks that defend him. I like to usually snap low ball. It's going to be open a lot of times. Maybe I'll show you guys that against cover 3 a little bit later if we have time. But again, last time I'll show this. Boom, here's the setup. Motion Jeffrey in. The good thing about this formation is that you can motion snap from anywhere on the field. So we get pressured. I kind of had to chuck that up. Obviously, you want to wait a little bit, but you guys pretty much get the gist. That's the only real setup I like to run with the play. Next play is going to be X spot. Now X spot is going to be probably my favorite play in the formation other than post, because you have this post route with Ertz, then you also have this corner with Jeffrey, so I could just run X on a streak, B on a smart route, and just come out and run the play. I see if he's using A or B. If he uses A, then I obviously throw that to the corner out. If he's using the post, he's not going to have enough time to go defend the corner out. Make sure you don't get baited though, because a lot of times they might look like they're working that corner route and then they end up defending your post. This post route is going to be super glitchy. I love to lowball the post route because if you throw bullet passes, you have a high chance of dropping the football. Unfortunately, that's just Madden 20 this year. But again, you could obviously go ahead, hit your corner route as well. Right there, you guys see throwing it. It's not the best against cover 2. I'll be the first to say that. You could, again, motion him in like this. So I could just come out in the play, motion Jeffrey in a couple of steps just to make it a more throwable ball. But in that case, Ertz and Jeffrey seem to run in the same place. So I like to keep them in their different spots. Probably my favorite setup though is going to be just putting Jeffrey on a hitch route. And then we have, I'll put Wild on a delay fade. This is probably my go-to max protect setup. I'm going to motion Djax over. And you guys see, I either like to snap the ball like right about here and you sort of keep him on that spot route because he just goes to the flats, or you can go ahead and mix it up. But this post route to hitch combo is absolutely money. You guys probably see people running out of strong close, the one wide receiver out, I think it's called. That one's absolutely money, and this one is as well, especially against cover 2. But you guys saw that little spot route's not the best, so I like to put him on maybe a little curl route. If I don't do that, I like to put him on a deep in route, something like this. Absolutely puts in the work. So boom, I could either throw it to either of them. Unfortunately, Djax isn't going to motion all the way out, so it's going to be difficult for me to throw that. So I kind of like to keep him on the curl route. There's a lot of different things you could do. If you have maybe your route apprentice, you could put him on a corner route to the opposite side. But those are pretty much my only 2 setups for this X spot. If you really want to do something, you could just get rid of this post route. Maybe put him on a delay fade. Do something like this. Again, you have B on this sort of corner route. Boom, he's wide open, and you are able to make that completion despite Alshon dropping the ball. But those are pretty much all the passing setups. You have that PA read play, but that play is super bad. The crosses are super slow. Last play I'm going to show is inside zone. You can come out here, run it stock if you want, as we get instant shedded. But the way I like to run inside zone, this might be sort of a tell, but I like to motion this far receiver in. You guys seen for a lot of setups, you kind of motion him over anyway, but this just allows you to get to the outside way easier, and I was able to pick up 15 even with a slow halfback like Jordan Howard. Again, motion Djax all the way in. And that's just going to open up the outside so much. Look how much space I have. Boom, I could run him over. I could easily juke to the outside. I could spin. There's just so much space. When I just don't motion, I'm still able to get to the outside here, but there's just another player. When you motion Deshaun in inside right there, you guys see the linebacker is going to move all the way inside. I'm actually passing the football here, but you guys see I get throw a pick because I get an inaccurate throw. But inside zone, if you want, you could motion Jeffrey in, and it sort of acts as the same thing as we just run into him. But the super annoying thing with blocking in this game is that those players run their stupid like bubble screen or whatever. You guys see Jeffrey's gonna run backwards and like block nobody. Maybe if he just blocked up field, it would be way better, but that's why I like to motion Djax in. Again, I'll show you guys right here. He does get that motion, but it's not as bad, and he doesn't have to really block anybody for us to get to the outside, get to the numbers there. And a lot of times you still will be able to cut it up the middle. Against like a 3-4 odd though, a heavy formation, you're going to want to attack it at the numbers as you do out of most heavy sets. Obviously if he's a nickel or a big dime, then you're going to attack that up the middle. I'll just go over the last play real quick. It's going to be just the RPO. Now there's also a read option, so if you have a running quarterback, I would actually recommend the read option over the inside zone. Just adds a threat. There's also QB power, so if you have Lamar, if you have fast break, you could definitely attack with that play. But the RPO or bubble, if they're coming out in like a 3-4 odd where it's baseline, unfortunately I can't really show that because I'm not controlling the defense. But you can just run it, hit the bubble. You guys all know about these RPOs. Fortunately, we're throwing the ball to super slow Alshon Jeffrey here, but obviously you can just hand it off, and it seems that the linebacker's not really going to play it as much, but the run does actually seem a little bit slower. You could actually run the RPO and you can still motion him in, but obviously the RPO is just not going to be as good. You're still able to pick up pretty good gain of yardage there, but that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well for some more mini schemes like this in the future. Drop a like on the video, like I said, if you enjoyed, and follow me on Twitter. Link will be in the description. Also, go check out my second channel. I just uploaded a video on there. I'm going to upload videos weekly on that channel, just rebuilds, full games. I uploaded a good Heavy Panther video over there. Go check that out, and peace. I'm out of here.